Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jules.
I'm Andy.
And we're doing an Ask Us Anything today. We're answering questions that our followers submitted over on Instagram when we celebrated our 60K follower milestone.
We just want to do a longer video so we can get more in depth into the questions and allow you guys to get to know us a little bit better.
First question is, how did dating go when you met early on? Tell us the lore. First of all, Andy was late to our first date. We met on Hinge and we were chatting for maybe a week or so before we actually met up for our first date. And we were actually living downtown Toronto and our condos were about like a 5-minute walk from each other. So it was really convenient. The plan was I was gonna meet him at his condo and then we were gonna go to a park for a picnic. As I left my condo, I texted him and I said, I'm on my way, be there in like 5 minutes. And then you said that you're still out getting the food and that you're gonna be late.
Downtown traffic is pretty bad, and not that that's an excuse,
Yeah.
But I was picking up sushi and then I was just driving back to my condo and we were actually supposed to meet right outside of it. But as I'm driving back to the condo and going into the parking garage, I see a girl in a leopard print dress. I thought she looked kind of familiar and I was thinking to myself, oh, that's gotta be Jules. But I was just thinking to myself like, oh, holy shit, she's gorgeous. And then after we met at the corner.
Well, I was waiting in the shade like for him to come and he was just like maybe 5-10 minutes late, max.
Yeah, and I texted you too.
He responded telling me that he was gonna be late.
But yeah, when we met at the corner, I just thought to myself like, holy shit, you're gorgeous and like kind of out of my league. Right? I'm happy that like I took this date seriously and like I got food for us, and it was during COVID, so like there wasn't much to do. But our plan was to go to the park and have a picnic. And so I brought like a blanket with us, some drinks.
Yeah, he was like prepared for the picnic. So it was cute. So I was waiting for him outside and he came outside, and so we were going to like give each other a greeting. And so we went in for a hug. And so we hugged, and then as I'm coming out of the hug, I hear like a smooching noise near my temple and then it just pull apart. And so basically he had given me this like awkward temple forehead area kiss over here. Just heard that sound, but I don't think he really meant to do it because it was awkward. It was our first meeting. So we just pulled away and I didn't mention it and he didn't mention it and we just went on with the date. But from that moment, I knew that he wasn't a player because no player would have been that awkward and sweet.
Oh, I was just like really nervous.
That's some of the first date lore. Next question, how are you able to find something real off an app? What boundaries did we set?
Primarily like in the word prompts, I feel. Like someone spends more time in their word prompts answering the questions more sincerely and more seriously, then you can sort of tell like, putting more effort into it and not just like relying on photos, right?
First of all, I would say be intentional. Like, know exactly what you are looking for, like honest with yourself. Are you looking for a long-term relationship? Are you looking just to have fun? And just know that for sure that's what you want. And then go into it looking for somebody who wants that same thing. When you're crafting your own profile, have that in mind too. I have lots of party photos, lots of sexy photos from my past that I didn't choose to upload on my dating app profile this time around because that's not the stage of life I'm in or the type of guy that I was interested in. I put up my more like modest girl next door types of photos, and that will attract the type of person that you're looking for. And then only meet up with the people who you have an inkling that are gonna be satisfying those needs. If you're looking for a long-term relationship but you match with this like super hot guy but he might be a little bit of a player, don't meet with him because you know that he's not probably gonna be the one. That's a boundary that you should set for yourself. Be intentional.
Look for people with similar interests with you, right? Yeah. Like if you're really intentional about it, you're not gonna pick the person that's all the party photos if you're the type of person that just wants to chill at home and watch a movie.
Don't be aspirational. If you see somebody who's really into athletics and you're not currently into athletics, but you wished you were, maybe that's not a good choice because you're not actually into it. Sure, you wish that you could be, but that's not really what you are. Be realistic about who you actually are and what your interests are. How to handle expectations versus boredom in a marriage daily life. I think like people misconstrue like passion with chaos, and they're not the same thing. People always say that when they meet the person that they want to have sparks and fireworks and butterflies, but that's actually just a feeling of feeling like unsafe and unstable. Actually, the person who you meet who's probably going to be your longtime partner is not going to make you feel those chaotic feelings. Instead, they're going to make you feel calm. What some people could think of as boredom, but really a mature person would know that that's stability.
That was a good answer.
I've been through it too, like thinking like this guy's so boring, but really he's just like a mature guy who doesn't have any drama.
That's one of the first things you said about me too. Like you were worried that I was gonna be boring because I'm quite like quiet.
He's like
shy.
He's like very even keeled is how my sister described him when she first met him. But that doesn't mean like we're lacking passion or anything like that, or that we're unhappy. It's just like when you mature, you'll realize that stability is what you want, not crazy fireworks or anything like that.
Is Andy always this calm and collected even behind camera?
Oh, that's a good one.
Do you want to answer that first, and then maybe I'll give my honest like take?
I would say yes, he is. He's calm. Actually, for the camera, he puts on a little bit more energy than he does in his day-to-day life. And this is one of the things that I really liked about him. After the whole, like, I thought maybe he was a bit boring. But this is one of the things that I really value about him now, is that he is pretty, like, calm and reasonable. You know, if I'm feeling really emotional one day, then he usually can, like, calm me down and bring me back to earth. What would you say?
On a day-to-day basis, like, I'm definitely not as, like, high energy as you, right? I would say between the both of us, there's times where you're more calm than I am.
But he is always like this, like, sweet, romantic, gentle guy. What were y'all's dream careers before content creation came to mind?
Dream careers.
I don't know if I had a dream career. Honestly, my dream was to work fully remotely, and I didn't have a career in mind. I just knew that that was the condition that I wanted to have. I wanted to work fully remotely because I wanted the freedom to be able to travel wherever I want. Like, be able to spend 2.5 months in Asia every year or whatever. I didn't want to be rooted to a specific geographical location. We're kind of living the dream then. But I did study law. So I have a law degree, but that definitely wasn't my dream.
You didn't go into school knowing that like what you were pursuing was your dream.
No, I got my undergrad degree in a double major of political science and criminology. And then I didn't know what to do after undergrad, but a lot of my peers who were in that program, they were all trying to get into law school. I was like, okay, I have the grades, I don't know what else to do. Let me just apply for law school. And I got in and I did it, but I really hated it since day one. But I finished it. I'm not a quitter.
For me, I went to school for interior design. Like growing up, I was super creative, I would say, like creative and artistic.
He's the artsy one out of the two of us.
Yeah, like I like to draw, I like sculptures as well, and graphic design. Like that was sort of in my lane. But I didn't fully dive into that because, you know, like with Asian background, there's certain professions that you like view higher than like other professions.
Like as an Asian, art is not an option. He used to go to those naked drawing classes.
Yo, expose! You exposing me.
It's for the people to get to know you.
Okay. Well,
his university days. He
to
used to go
understand human proportions and to sketch freely.
Nobody's calling you a pervert. I'm just saying
Okay.
That's how into his artsy stuff that's what he went to.
Yeah, so like the middle ground for me was interior design. I was thinking about architecture as well because there's some design to that, right?
But it's sufficiently mathy enough to make your parents happy.
Yeah. Exactly. I did that. I got my degree in interior design. I worked at an amusement park design company.
By the way, interior design is different from interior decorating. So he's not out there picking like curtains and cushions and stuff like that. He's like designing like, the actual structure of things.
Like hardcore interior designers will definitely like make that distinction there.
That's one distinction he told me right away.
But yeah, I just found out that industry was not for me. Right?
Same as law. So we're actually quite similar in that career we thought we were gonna have, we hated, so we left, and now we're doing this. The story is actually that we both were doing content creation part-time and working our full-time jobs. I was an editor at a publishing company. That's the job I got after law school. And you were working as an operations manager at a tech company. And we both got laid off actually this past summer. And I mean, at the time, our social media was taking off anyway. And we were thinking about at least one of us going full-time content creation, but we were just too scared to make the jump. We were too comfortable. We had a steady paycheck, we had health benefits, and those things are hard to pass up, honestly. But because we got laid off, we took that as a sign. And that's when we moved to Korea for 2.5 months. And since then, like our followers accounts have skyrocketed even more, and now we're both doing this full time. And it was just kind of the push we needed, I think. To sum up, this is actually our dream career.
Yeah, so thank you everyone.
Yeah, thank you for your support. We're living our dream because of you guys. Love you guys. Love you too. Can you show us when he told you he first loves you? First of all, who said I love you first?
I did.
It was Andy.
We were just like laying in bed, talking random stuff until like 1 a.m. in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, it just felt like the moment was right. And we had been dating for at least 3 months or so at that time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just felt confident in saying it, right?
So did you just say it?
I just said it. And then
I wasn't expecting it. So he said, I love you. And then I said, what do you think love means? I think I asked you that, right?
You did ask me that. You threw a curveball at me.
I was like, what does love mean to you? I wasn't ready, you guys. That's what I mean. Like, Andy is so healthy and so, like, not toxic.
You threw that curveball at me, and I was just like, oh, I gotta give a good answer here.
Yeah. So what was your answer at the time?
Well, like, I was just answering honestly, and I just said to her, yeah, like, I'm feeling bliss. Right?
You said it's bliss. Love is bliss.
Yeah, I'm feeling bliss, right? By that time, Julianne and I had been dating for 3 months, and like everything was going great. I just felt like such a strong connection with her and such great potential for the future, and I was excited about life, and so like that's how she made me feel, and she really did make me feel blissful, and like even today, very much so. So
yeah. After he gave that answer, I was like, okay, if love is bliss, then I love you too. I did say it back. Are pranks something you guys could include in your content? I feel like I do sometimes prank you.
All the time.
It's not like embarrassing or hurtful pranks where I like shove a pie in his face or anything like that. We do like really, really like not hurtful pranks. Little small ones.
Yeah, mostly me on the prank
yeah.
side.
But if you guys have ideas for prank content, feel free to DM us, and I'll put it on our spreadsheet. We are more active on our short forms, by the way. So definitely follow us over on our short forms. Jules Like Sandy on Instagram and TikTok. This is a good one. How did we meet each other? I think we touched on this already, but we met on a dating app, specifically on Hinge.
You said you were only on the app for like a week, and then
no, the day I made my account on Hinge. It was actually, I was hanging out with my best friend, and she's like on the dating apps, and she helped me make my profile just for fun because we were killing time. And then that exact day, same day, I matched with Andy. He was like one of the first people I matched with, I think.
Wow. And
I did not go into it expecting to actually like have a boyfriend or anything serious. I just was gonna have a hot girl summer. But it didn't work out that way because now we're married.
My bad. I think I messaged you first, just like a hi, right?
Yes. The first line he ever said to me was just hi.
I don't know if like pickup lines actually work.
No, you're good.
Okay.
It's definitely a different like intro than I think most girls are used to on there. Like usually guys would send like some sort of comment trying to be witty or something like that. But he's just said hi. 2 letters. Hi.
How did you guys start content creation?
While we were dating, we were living downtown Toronto, and we just woke up one day and we were going to have brunch at this nice restaurant in Toronto. And it was really random. We just kind of turned to each other and said like, do you want to record this and upload it? And so that day we made the Jules Like Sandy Instagram account, and yeah, we posted a little vlog about our brunch.
But like I think for both of us, we sort of wanted to do social media prior to dating as well, right? Like you said you always regret that you didn't start content creation while you were in Korea first time, right?
Yeah, I lived in Korea for like 2 years after I graduated from undergrad, and at that time I was doing a lot of traveling through Asia. Like I would do weekend trips to like China, to Japan, Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar. Like I did a lot of traveling at that time. And I think that would have been really good for content. So our only regret for content creation is that we wish we had started sooner. At that time, also, we were like trying to get every follower we could. So when we would go to parties, we'd be like, okay, goal is to get at least 1 more follower from all the people we meet. And we were really hustling for like every single follower. And now we get like a few 100 new followers per day. And we also lose followers every day too. But just thinking back when we started 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It's crazy to think about how far we've come. You guys are the sweetest couple ever. Thank you. What traits did you find unexpectedly good in each other? So yeah, after I got over the initial thoughts that Andy might be boring because he's so calm, I actually really appreciated that he is so calm and so patient and even-keeled. If I'm like this, he's this. It really grounds me.
What is this?
This is me.
That's
and then
you swimming?
You come straight.
Okay.
This is me all the time. And then you're just like this. It's good.
Wow, okay, nice graph.
He's calm, he's patient, and he's really like loving and caretaking. And he has really good family values too.
Julianne is super bubbly. She's energetic, and like I've said this 1,000 times. You add color to my day, just cause like I'm a super mellow guy, but you make my day super interesting, and so I love you for that. You don't freak out. You approach things quite systematically and organized, right? And so yeah, that's another thing I have to say that I love about you is that you are super organized. Jules is the one that keeps this house in check and like our lives in check, basically. You make my life so much more organized. Got me using a Google Calendar. I don't know why I wasn't using that before. And you just really fill in all my gaps. Sometimes I do need to be more efficient at stuff that I'm doing or be a little bit faster. And so like you definitely help feed me up in that sense.
Favorite movies?
So I'm super into like psychological thrillers. One good Korean one is Burning, but that one is super good. It's a slow burn, but the payoff to the movie at the end is great. And then another one that I like from the 2000s, I think, like The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's about him being like an expat that discovers some secret island in Thailand, and they discover like this whole expat community that's living there as a village, and there's a bunch of other stuff that goes on. But that was
spoil it. No, okay. I don't watch these movies.
It's too serious.
Yeah. Okay, if you've ever felt homesick, or like if you've ever moved away from home and started to settle somewhere new, then you should watch the movie Brooklyn. It's all about those themes. I watched it when I had first moved to Korea all by myself. I didn't know anyone, and I was feeling a little bit homesick, and I watched the movie and like bawled my eyes out, but it was very cathartic for me because she got over the homesickness eventually, and so did I. It's a really good message. It's heartwarming, actually. Favorite animated movies gotta be K-pop Demon Hunters.
I knew it.
The music is just so good.
You
like K-pop Demon Hunters too.
It's a good movie. It's really a good movie, and like the message and the music, animation, like everything hits.
Yeah.
Like honestly, that's one of my favorite movies too.
Oh no way!
Yeah, but I can't put it over like the psychological stuff.
That's
like
just
that.
so different.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he looks like Genu? By the way, we saw the actor who voices Genu in Las Vegas this month.
Yeah.
Question: how do we solve arguments or disagreements? One thing, and this might be an unpopular opinion, is that I don't believe in the whole don't go to bed angry thing. I think if it's late at night and we're disagreeing, I don't think it's helpful or productive to stay awake just to try to resolve everything before you go to bed, because you're just gonna get more and more tired, more and more cranky, and then chances are you're not gonna fix anything. So I'm a supporter of, if it's late, like just go to bed, sleep on it, and then wake up rested and ready to have a more productive conversation.
Like when we're disagreeing about something, we'll try to keep in physical contact, right? Like I'll try to like hold Julianne's hand, or yeah, just hold her leg. Just make sure that like we're still connected in some way while we're in like heated arguments, right? Just to remind us that like, yes, we're arguing and we have creative differences, whatever, but like we're still together and like we still love each other very much. And that's really the crux of it all, is just to remember to approach with love, and like it's not about like being right or wrong. It's about like, how do we make this decision or get past this together?
Alright, that's all the questions for today. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, leave a comment below. It really helps us a lot. If you're not following us on our short forms, please give us a follow. We post way more over there.
See you guys.